Welcome to Jayanandini Tele Bangla. Today we are going to talk with a young man in his early 30s. He is a man of many cultures, many language, and many achievements. In fact, he is involved in many kind of works, including journalism, and we'll get to know about him from him gradually. And his name is Navid Alam. Currently, we'll talk to him, and eventually we'll know more about him from his own lips. So I will now go to Navid. Let me ask you to start by to tell us about your present occupation and your passion, both.
Well, first of all, thank you very much for giving me the time to be on this channel. And it's great to be here, of course, doing another interview. Because a couple of months ago, I was taking an interview, and today I'm being interviewed. So that's kind of cool. So, as per your question, I am currently the sub-editor of the Daily Times of Bangladesh. That's a newspaper, English-based newspaper over here. And alongside looking at the editorial page, I also look at the tech page because I contribute to the tech page as well. And along with that, currently I am working on a bunch of different, I should say, motives to help me achieve financial freedom, because I've been reading a lot of books and I've been listening to a lot of podcasts and watching videos of various professors who said that achieving financial freedom is not actually that hard, it's pretty easy. So yeah, I am looking forward to achieving the financial freedom as much. I mean, despite Bangladesh having many boundaries, you don't have that much of freedom, this is to be said. But yeah, why not try to achieve financial freedom amidst these boundaries? So that's going to be a big challenge. But for me, previous to my journalism years, I was working at an educational consultant company, and mostly we used to work with UK-based universities and so on. And yeah, over there, it was not only education consultation, but for me, it was brand promotion that really hooked me to that job, because it's marketing, it's creativity. So I would have to create up videos, edit, and publish them on Facebook and everything.
Is this consultancy, this helps students go abroad?
Yeah, this is mostly for student education consultants.
Education
consultants. Yeah.
Which is not for the local markets, but mainly
It's
for
mostly for the international markets. We were actually, it was actually a UK-based company, but we had mother branches over here in Bangladesh. Dhaka was the mother branch, and then we had other smaller branches in Rajshahi, Sylhet, and Chattogram. So apart from education consultancy, I would also do marketing. And I would say that that was much more fun than talking to people in front that you need this, you need that, because I'm an introvert. I should say that.
Okay. Okay. We'll know more about your present occupation and your maybe future dreams. Before that, tell us a little bit about your educational background. Which school did you go to? University did you go to? And things like that. Yeah.
Well, first of all, my education was not over here. My primary education was in Saudi Arabia, because I was born in Saudi Arabia. So go Saudis, I should say. I still kind of have an attachment to Saudi Arabia, because 20 years is a long time. 20 years of living over there is a very long time. So I did my O levels and A levels from Bangladesh International School, English section in Riyadh, the capital, under the what you call this thing, the University of Cambridge. So I did all those both educations, and then from there I came back to Bangladesh to pursue my bachelor's degree in English from the Canadian University of Bangladesh.
Okay.
And once I completed that, I pursued my master's degree in English literature at Independent University of Bangladesh.
Oh, Dhaka IUB.
Yeah, the Dhaka IUB.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
One of the most, what a student like me who came from, who went for further education at one of these prestigious universities would consider like it to be I wouldn't just say prestigious, but I would say like it's overrated university. But I hate to say this, but there are overrated and underrated universities in Bangladesh. And overrated towards me are like East West, NSU, IUB, because you have a lot of colors, you have a lot of emotions, you have a lot of, feelings and everything. But when it comes to education, that's where you kind of get the gist. That is it really worth it?
Okay. Uh, Reminds me of a question when you said that you came back here and to pursue education and now you are even doing a job. People usually go away from Bangladesh. Then once they get the opportunity to go abroad and study somewhere and live like 20 years, you said, and that's hell of a lot of time. You came back. Why did you come back? Why not like the terminology brain drain? Why didn't you go abroad like Europe or America?
Well, the thing is, what the reason why I had to come back from Saudi Arabia is because there was a rule, a law actually, which stated that children, especially boys, at the age of 18, would have to come back to their to Bangladesh. Especially, it was mostly focused on Bangladeshis, so they wouldn't renew the iqama, which is a residence permit.
Oh.
And this was because of a political dispute. Because we Bangladeshis, no matter where we go, we take our politics over there. That who supports what government, who supports what local government, what porishad and everything. To the most atomic and minuscule level, we take our politics, and that's what puts us in danger. But we Bangladeshis don't think about that. We go like, no, politics should follow wherever we go, and for that, I had to face the consequences of coming back to Bangladesh. And the reason why I didn't want to go abroad is because it was planned between my parents and I that my parents would be also coming back with me. But they came back, I think, a month and a half later after I returned. So I was like, since I'm the only child, it's better if I kind of stay over here in the meantime rather than to go anywhere. I mean, yes, of course, as you mentioned, that the brain drain. I would find a better opportunity abroad, which is true because that's the reason why people from Bangladesh are going abroad to get the opportunities in being independent and then getting the citizenship because certain citizenships are very strong. Passports, according to the Barnes and Haynes ratings, they're pretty strong, so they want to get those passport citizenships so they can move here and there. And I really didn't feel like getting that because that's too overrated in my opinion. I was like, yeah, I just have this one Bangladeshi passport. Might as well put good use of it. Kind of, you can call me like a pseudo patriot or something like that. Not complete, but pseudo.
Why pseudo? It's
I mean,
real
complete, yeah, real patriotism. Like, yeah, okay, why don't I stay over here, try to do things within the boundaries? As I mentioned, that Bangladesh is facing political instabilities, so there are lots of boundaries. Like, we don't even have PayPal, but PayPal is very, very important for those who are trying to look for freelance or remote jobs. PayPal is really important, but we still don't have PayPal. And I urge that the Bangladeshi government will look into this so that PayPal can be started as quickly as possible. Because me, not only as someone who is an employee, but or a Gen Z or a youngster, but every single freelancer, every single person who wants to work remotely for foreign-based companies, the first question they will ask, do you have PayPal? What's your PayPal account? We need your PayPal. We need to send money with PayPal because it's safe. It's safer than bank transfer because bank transfers take like a couple of weeks depending on the location. PayPal is just instant, maybe 2 days maximum. That's it. And it's pretty safe because you're going to get notifications all the time that you've received this much from this company. So this is one boundary. I mean, the international payment gateway is one boundary. This needs to be overlooked, and not just like overlooked like the first layer of the onion, but it should be in the deeper parts. And the reason, and why I didn't go abroad to further that the answer is because, I mean, I wanted to stay with my parents because I'm the only son, and I need to take care of my parents. And I thought of my parents that, yeah, I gotta take care of my parents while being independent, because the parents are very important people in a child's life. So once the child loses his or her parents, then they know the struggles and everything. So I was like, no, just give them a good life in the meantime, and then once I become independent, well, we'll see what happens from there.
That's very appreciable. I mean, because hardly young people like you, Gen Z, think about their parents.
Yeah.
They are more after their own career, and they would just jump at the first opportunity to go abroad. And as you said, taking the responsibility of your parents at their older age, I mean, that's people would definitely appreciate that.
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I'd like to point out one more thing that I've seen many posts on social media where the Gen Z or youngsters, or I mean, people who are younger than me, they're going abroad. I mean, for education, for higher education, but they don't look back at the sacrifices that their parents have done.
indeed.
Especially when it comes to fees. And trust me when I say this, that the fees abroad are super high, like UK, USA. USA is super high. USA, Canada is super high still. But still, like let's say if someone's tuitions cost like 3,000 euros per semester or per year, which is like in Denmark, still 3,000 euros is a lot of money. And if you look at the statistics, you'll see that the ones who really want to go abroad are from the middle class families. The middle class families look forward to opportunities to go abroad, while the rich, the upper class, they already know that we have opportunities abroad. I mean, they kind of, I don't know, I wouldn't say illegal or illicit stuff, but they do have certain ways, which is like, they have created like the foundations that, okay, if we are to fall into a certain problem, we're going over there to the USA or Canada or whatever it is.
Okay. Now, as a Gen Z yourself, what would be your advice, or yes, let's say advice to the young generation of your age group, little younger, uh, regarding the, as you said, responsibility to parents, and then maybe like responsibility to the nation, to your own country, and also how to brighten up your career.
Well, first things first, like when it comes to parents, of course, you have to take care, the youngsters have to take care of their parents. Yes, parents may be wrong at times, it's true. Because, to err is human. Every human being has an error of some sort. No one is created like absolutely perfect. That whatever a person is going to say, even if it's like a sleep talk, is going to be 100% true. There is no one who's like that. When it comes to ideologies, people's ideologies clash. Your ideologies may clash with mine, and we might have a bit of an argument, not a heated debate, but a light debate. Then no, I think you might say that your ideology is better, mine is better. It's the same with the parents, because there are parents who are, who don't understand modern children or modern lifestyles. They kind of are still stuck in the 70s or 80s, which according to them is like the golden years. But there are children who are going like, no, I want to change myself a bit. So I would tell to the parents that, yeah, accept those changes, have an understanding of what those changes are, and just have a look at the consequences. But don't go for extreme changes. What I mean by extreme changes is like, I hate to say this, but falling on the gender spectrum and everything, those are kind of like extreme changes. And thinking that, they can identify themselves as a mobile phone instead of he or she. It's like they, them, and all such. Like, I don't want to be like, gender phobic or anything like that. But I kind of think that that's a bit, crazy, absurd. Yeah, absurd. I think it's a bit absurd. So those types of extreme changes shouldn't be in the society, because from what I've seen in my times, that simple changes were just enough.
Okay.
And the simple changes means what? Simple changes means that a simple transition to technology, from the button phones to the smartphones, to those old school diesel cars to electric cars, to various types of clothing options. and towards like, you know, what I really love is entrepreneurship and financial freedom. This is one change I absolutely adore within the Gen Z, that they're finding ways that no, you have to become financially freedom because there's a wall of inflation which is about to hit us. And it's already hitting us in the Middle Eastern war, the Russia-Ukraine war, and whatnot. Everything is hitting us, like the inflation is hitting us. Like if you've seen the news that before the opening of the Strait of Hormuz, Brent crude, a barrel of Brent crude was $112. The opening of Strait of Hormuz, it just fell $82 at an instant. The people are taking these sorts of opportunities, prices going up, prices coming down, to get money. Forex trading.
As you said, entrepreneurship. A lot of new kind of startups, as it's a new word for me, are coming up in Bangladesh. A lot of young university graduates, they have 3 or 4 friends getting together, and they are starting some kind of business. What do you think of it?
It's good. I mean, I really appreciate it, but there is one concept that all of them have to know: saving. Saving and buying what you want, what you need, not what you want. That is the most important thing. You buy what you need, not what you want. And saving. If you can manage all these 3, a business is going to bloom. I mean, there's nothing more to say about it.
Okay.
What you need is the most critical part in your business. And what you want is like the extra over luxurious things which, if you don't have it, you can still live on. You can still run your business.
Okay.
So needs is more important than wants. Saving and effective knowledge about money, how to use it.
The value of money.
The value of money, yeah, exactly. Just these 4 things, and there you have it granted.
Okay, Navid, it was great talking to you.
Thank you.
Got to learn a lot of things, new ideas, concepts, which as a young man you have, and then you very eloquently you explained. I hope that we'll get to know more about you and meet you again.
Sure.
And hear from you some of your new ideas and new things like. So, thank you, viewers. I think we will conclude here, and hope to meet you all again soon.